We're live.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm done finally updating this doc.
Yeah.
I should probably get the chat up.
So, how is your day? How is your week?
Just usual
Yeah.
weirdness. How you doing?
I'm all right. John's not with us this week. He's at ConBravo, I guess. I think
John's no longer with us.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't word it like that, but yes, true.
He's at that big ConBravo in the sky
Oh man.
where everyone
Yeah.
plays games. I don't know what you do at ConBravo really. What's the focus?
Probably playing games.
Probably playing games.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Where you have no backlog and you've played everything you've ever wanted to play.
That's super depressing.
But how nice would that be though?
I like the process of playing stuff though. Like it's not just about having it done off my list for me. It's actually getting to play it.
I guess the idea of having a complete backlog, so you can only, like, it's not like anything's like there's no burden behind you or anything. It's like I'm gonna play whatever comes out, and I don't have to worry about what's behind me.
Right. Yeah, I guess so. I guess video games aren't really that much of a burden to me. But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, when you run a museum, you have to bring your work home, so to speak.
Literally, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, John's there. I think he's back next week.
He should be, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's up with you? Anything new?
No, it's been kind of hell week at work. We lost a bunch of people.
Oh right, yeah.
They went to the big ConBravo in the sky as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been hell. Anyway.
I started physio this week.
Yeah.
For your arm. Twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it hurts so much.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of exercises I need to do like 3 times a day, and those hurt. It's a lot of just like bending and twisting the wrist and holding it.
Oh yeah.
For a while. But like when I go there and when she does it, she'll make me do my exercises and I'll go through them, and then she's like, okay, now I'm just gonna work your hand for a bit, and she'll push it and bend it way further than I'm comfortable doing to myself.
Of course.
And I'm just sitting there, just like grabbing the armrest with my other hand, just like squeezing it as hard as possible, because it's like I want her to go as hard as possible, because the harder she goes, the faster I get my wrist back.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So it's just like I'm not gonna complain. It's just, and she'll be like, I think it's moving more this time, and I'm just like, great, glad to hear it.
Yeah. So
it's weird.
What's the problem if you don't do physio?
Sorry. At the beginning, she gets me to. We have to warm up my wrist, and the way they do it at physio is they have this small little tub of like really hot wax.
Oh, okay.
Really hot. Like the first time I touched it, I like pulled it out and I was like, whoa, that is way hot. It's not like boiling.
No,
it looks completely still.
Yeah.
But I have to dip my hand all the way past my wrist in there like 3 times.
Yeah.
And take it out. We put it in a bag, and then we put it in a towel and let it sit there for about 5 minutes warming up. And then she takes the towel and the bag off, and it's like I have a glove on, like a thick glove, kind of like when you would put glue on your hand as a kid, and then you kind of like peel it off. It's like that, but thicker.
Oh.
And then we start working my wrist.
Huh.
What were you saying?
I was asking, what's like the consequences if you don't do physio for your wrist? Would it lock up or just not have full range of motion, or?
I don't know about locking up. It definitely would not have full range of motion, because I don't have full range of motion.
Right.
And I'm assuming it would just continue to hurt anytime I try going like further than I currently can. Because like at the moment I can't like rotate my left hand so that my palm is flat pointing up.
Okay.
So if you think about that, like my right hand, I can go past that part. Like I can get to about, without pushing it myself, I can get to about 45 degrees. And that's
wow. Huh.
So I definitely need to be doing this.
Totally. Yeah.
Twisting is definitely the hardest one. And like if I try to push my hand back, you can see it can't go as far back as my right hand.
Oh yeah.
So like a lot of the stretches are me like putting my hand on a table and then just like basically kind of just doing this as far as I can holding
Yeah.
it there. For people in the audio, I'm kind of just like grabbing my fingers and pulling back,
Yeah.
and I have to like lean my hand over the edge of a desk and push it down as much as I can.
Right.
The twisting one where I have to try and twist it, that's the hardest because like I said, I can't get it past 45,
Yeah.
but if I use my other hand, I can get it just about flat, but I don't like doing it.
Yeah. Damn.
So yeah,
Well,
so I do that 3 times a day.
I mean, I'm glad it's working out though, at least. There's that. So that's good. Um how long does this last for? The like physio and basic stuff like that?
I
Few
have
weeks?
about 5 weeks,
Okay.
and how many appointments? I have about 12 appointments total, so it's
Yeah.
about twice a week, 2 or 3 times a week. I go in there for about an
Okay.
hour.
I'm guessing you just don't do Quidditch at all anymore, right? Like
Well,
you
no, I'm
can't?
back. I play Quidditch.
You do? Okay.
I haven't told them that I'm playing sports again,
Oh,
but
okay.
I wear my brace,
Yeah.
and then I have these wraps that are for weightlifting that typically are designed to put them around your wrist so
Yeah.
that your wrist can't go too far. That way, if you're
Yeah.
holding something real heavy,
It
you
doesn't
can't
break
accidentally
it.
you can't
Yeah.
like kind of break your form and then be like, oh crap, now I'm in a bad position.
Yeah.
So I have these wraps. So I wrap 2 of those around my brace as well,
Yeah.
and then I mean, it's like my broom hand, so I don't need it to grab a ball or anything. So it's
Okay.
worked out fine.
Okay.
Yep. And I just tell everyone like, yo, if any of you guys hit my hand, I'm gonna like break your nose. Like you gotta go easy on me.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, let's do a podcast about video games maybe.
All right.
What a novel idea. It's July 27th. I'm Sean Booker.
I'm Paul, and Sean is gone, or John is gone, as we said
John's
before.
gone. Yeah.
John's gone, baby.
Paul, what have you been playing?
So I picked up this game. Actually, I was sent this game by some company I never heard of called Airheart: Tales of Broken Wings. What it is a cartoony, top-down, dual-stick shooter type game where you play a pilot and you are flying around collecting fish oil from skyfish and just enjoying the sights and sounds and stuff. And there's sky pirates that come after you every now and then that you have to shoot down and get away from and stuff. But if you shoot other ships that are kind of doing, or other planes that are kind of just chilling out, the police will come get you, sort of thing. It's really charming and nice little adventure type game done in a dual shooter mode. So I guess the big thing for this game is that it's not really a roguelite. Like, you can die and lose your plane if you get shot down and crash. But it kind of has the same feel as those games do, where you're constantly going to different like elevations in the sky and like being so like you shoot up into the sky and then you'll like fly around and collect fish and do whatever, and that'll be considered like that floor essentially or whatever. And then you'll unlock this kind of thing that like catapults you up another elevation high, and then you're flying around on that level, so
Is
on
that
and
like
so
a
forth.
harder level?
Yeah, they get harder up until like a
Okay.
boss fight, and then it continues on from there. So
I
like,
saw a little bit of gameplay and it looked a little bit like, do you remember that old phone game where planes would kind of fly around? It was real flat. I forget what the name of it is. And this, I probably shouldn't have even brought it up.
okay,
But it was all about like getting your planes to like into like a landing pad, and then someone would
oh
fly
yeah,
another
yeah,
way. You know what I'm talking about?
I do that. What was that called now?
It was
Yeah,
like it was a lot of it was like these planes with like these big turn radiuses, and you had to kind of get them into
yeah,
a something. Anyway, hopefully someone in the chat will tell us what game that is. But it kind of looked like that.
okay.
Airheart.
No, it's more like, imagine like a Binding of Isaac. Instead of rooms, it's a giant open airspace.
But is it like a dual joystick shooter?
It is a dual joystick shooter,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But
All right.
I think the reason why it probably looks like that is because there are some like trails so that you can see where other planes on the same level as you are like off screen if you like need to catch up with them or like run away from them if they're the cops or whatever. So,
Okay.
and because they're planes, they are big swooping like turn radius motions and stuff, so that's probably another reason why it has that feel to it. But this is much more about you playing a character who is collecting stuff to get further into the game to collect more stuff, and then every time you can go back to your home base and like you can craft stuff for your plane from the like scrap and stuff that you found in the sky playing, or you're collecting fish oil, which is currency in this world, and you would like buy stuff for your plane as well, like guns or different fuselages and chassis and stuff like that. Like,
Is this game better than Luftrausers?
it's completely different.
I'm just because Luftrausers is a fantastic playing game.
Luftrausers is more actiony, I would say.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot. That's what that thing does. What this thing does more is, I like the feeling of this almost like weird progression of going higher and higher into the sky and getting stuff, and then coming back down to the base to like improve my plane and to work on my plane in the workshop and like make it incrementally better in different ways, because there's different plane parts that do different things. Like, you could add more weapon. You can go like a space or a sky pirate route of just being like, I need to make sure that I'm agile and I have guns so I can shoot down other people and take their bounty and then use that to get better. Or you can go more the casual explorer route of just like, I'm gonna do this like legit. I'm not gonna get into the cops' way or like try to shoot down anybody that isn't attacking me first, and I'm just gonna collect stuff the right way.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it's just really, really charming and really nice. I want to get further into it so I can talk about where it goes more. But for right now, the last thing I did was what I'm guessing is the first boss, which is like this pirate fleet captain in a giant ship with a bunch of guns on it that you can use like your hook shot to like rip the guns off the plane or
Cool.
off the thing to like make it a little less scary, and then it just has a whole bunch of health you have to whittle down, and a bunch of sky pirates trying to shoot you down while you're doing it. It's super, super fun. I really, really like it a lot.
What's this on?
This is on, I believe, everything. It's on PC, PS4, Xbox, and Steam. So PC again. I don't know why they make that distinction.
But it's not on like the best console.
It's not on Switch yet. No. Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that's probably what I was actually asking.
It's not on Steam yet.
Switch.
On Switch yet. It is on Steam. And it's $18. So, yeah.
That's Canadian though, right?
No, that's US. 18
Okay.
US.
All right.
Yeah, but I highly recommend it. Again, that's Airheart Tales of Broken Wings. That's kind of it for me, though.
Okay. I've been playing a few things. First off, Paladins went free to play on the Switch.
Oh, good. Okay. Yep.
Which is weird because that thing came out
With the Founders Pack.
the Founders Pack like 2 months ago. I was like,
Yeah.
I was real confused trying to figure out like why are they charging for this?
They
It's
did it
free
the same way
everywhere
on
else.
PC. You could
Yeah.
only play it at first if you got the Founders Pack, and then it was free to play.
Yeah. So it's free now. So I wanted to give that a try.
Yeah.
First off, you can't carry your progress between systems like you can Fortnite. Come on.
Wait, what does that mean?
So Fortnite, you have
progress.
one account, so
Oh.
everything is tied
Yeah.
for one thing.
It
This one
doesn't
is
tie
separate.
them? Oh, that's so dumb.
Well, to be fair,
Oh.
like Overwatch doesn't do it either, which is super annoying. Because like there's
That's
definitely been
dumb,
times where
too.
it's like I could buy Overwatch on the Xbox and get some like achievements while I'm playing.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want to start over. That would suck. So that's kind of a bummer. There is something like if you have it on PC, you can do like a one-time transfer to a console. I don't know if you can do that with the Switch.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I kind of wish they would have that tied thing because like it's nice having it on the Switch. But sometimes I want to just sit down and play it on my Xbox, get some achievements there. But like I said, it doesn't transfer your progress. So that's super lame.
That sucks because I like Paladins a lot, but like I played on PC. But if like So the thing is I have the Founders Pack on PC because I just wanted to not have to worry about buying heroes or rotations or any of that shit ever. So I don't want to buy it again. So I was hoping, because I bought it once on the PC, I could just go into my account here, but it doesn't sound like that's gonna be a
and
thing.
I mean, I'm sure it's like business reasons, like,
Oh, for sure.
you
Yeah.
know, because if you buy it on the Switch, I bet Nintendo gets a small portion of that cut. Whereas if you buy it on Xbox, Microsoft gets it, and that's
For
that's
sure.
probably part of the reason why Sony's not sharing anything with anyone, is because they want you buying stuff on their platform. And
Totally.
anyway,
Sure.
but that just still kind of sucks.
It does suck.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, I didn't actually play any like online matches. I just played the training stuff because I was trying to get used to some of the characters. I only played like 3 matches.
Yeah.
So I only played with 3 of the characters. That game is Overwatch.
In
That game
in a lot of
is
ways,
a
yeah.
budget Overwatch. Like, it almost seems like a ripoff.
Yeah. It is in a lot of ways. The biggest problem it has over Overwatch, though, is that it's not new player friendly. Whereas in Overwatch, you can get in a few matches, and because you can switch characters between each match, or in the match itself in Overwatch, you can learn what characters you like after 1 or 2 like full matches. In Paladins, you are locked in for the full match with a character,
Okay.
which makes it like incrementally longer to learn what characters you want.
There's also like way more characters. There are so many characters.
There's a lot of characters, yeah. They keep adding them, and I can't keep up with it.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I've only played a few of them, but a lot of them, from what I've seen as well, some of them are definitely just like, oh, you're clearly like the Roadhog because you have that hook. You're clearly Roadhog. Or, oh, you're like, the one guy even looks like Reaper. He even flies around like Reaper. Like, this thing, like, it almost seems like this has got to be changed just enough. You're not causing any copyright issues.
I think that's Andros you're talking about for the Reaper clone. The new one they added, the new meta, or the new hotness, is this Edgelord Tracer ripoff that we just kept referring to as Edgelord Tracer because he plays exactly like Tracer, but he has also Wolverine claws, has I can't ever remember the dude's name from Naruto with the like ninja.
They're all ninjas.
Well, with the face thing and the like eye patch.
Kakashi?
Kakashi, yeah. He has like the Kakashi hair and like upper part of his face, but his face mask part looks like Sub-Zero. Like, he's just a mix mash of all this other shit, and he pisses me off, and I hate him. I hate that character.
That might be the character I need to play as a Tracer fan.
You probably would like it because people seem to really be like it. He's super overpowered right now.
But even down to like the main menu is Overwatch's main menu. You know, one main character chilling there while your list on the side. Like,
it's weird because they actually changed it. It wasn't at all like that, but then after Overwatch became the biggest game ever, they changed their game to be more like Overwatch.
Oh, they have hit the nail on the head.
They did, yeah.
This is Overwatch because Overwatch is not on the Switch, so you should just play Paladins because it's Overwatch.
And it's free.
So weird.
It is.
You can go in third person, which I like.
Yep, you can.
Kind of cool.
For some characters, it makes it way easier to control a thing they do, so...
Well, it's also just easier to like look around corners and like just check your bearings and stuff.
Yeah,
so I kind of like that. Anyway, it seems totally serviceable. I think I like. Again, I haven't played enough Paladins. I think I just like Overwatch better. It just feels like a tighter game. Like everything, Overwatch looks way better. I don't think Paladins looks very good.
Yeah.
Like especially the environments. I definitely get like a Pixar to like DreamWorks kind of like comparison here.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but again, if Blizzard's not going to put Overwatch on the Switch, might as well just play Paladins. It's like the same thing. They have the same game modes.
Yep. True.
So that's fine. It's fine and it's free, so that's great.
Yeah.
Apart from that, buddy of mine and myself, we played some Rainbow Six Siege, just a real little bit, about, I don't know, 5 matches or so on the Xbox.
Okay. I was going to ask on what.
That community sucks.
That community is one of the worst. Oh. Okay.
Like, and as soon as I joined the game, they immediately want to kick me because of whoever I picked.
Who did you pick? I'm just curious.
I don't know. One of them was I accidentally ran out of time, and so was the recruit.
Yeah, okay, that
So
happens.
they were trying to kick me for that one. Another
Yeah.
one I don't remember who, because I don't know all the names.
Well, I mean, if they weren't scrubs, they would know that you can actually do some really good stuff with recruit. A lot of
Okay.
top pick dudes, because some of the recruit stuff you can take for his loadout are good. So they're just scrubs.
I accidentally shot my teammate once. It was a total accident.
Okay,
so
that's
he
a
killed
problem.
me.
Yeah, that's a problem. Okay.
Hey, he went into the smoke cloud. I thought there was an enemy in there, so I shot one shot in there.
Yeah.
And then the problem was gone, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll walk into the room as well now, and he kills me. Anyway, it's mainly the kicking thing. Me and my buddy were just nonstop going back and forth. Someone wanted to kick us. It was just like, calm down. Like, how I'm trying to learn this game, man.
I've never seen that problem.
We weren't even in ranked. We're in casual. It's literally called casual.
Actually, ranked is where all the decent people are.
My friend was saying apparently there's way more people playing casual, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And a bunch of them, I guess, are assholes.
It's where the douches hang out for sure. I've never seen people just randomly get kicked or like voted or whatever. But what I do see is every racial slur known to man in the chat all the time, to the point where I have chat off forever. I will never look at chat.
Since we're doing it on the console, we don't have the chat, and we're in a party chat, me and my friend, and we keep getting party invites, but there's no way I would ever do that.
Yeah. It's, you know, when they say toxic communities for gaming and stuff, and the first thing that pops in everybody's head is League of Legends, they're actually wrong. It's Siege. Siege is the craziest, like, most just like volatile group of people I've ever seen in my life.
Honestly, it was turning me off, because I was so new. I had no idea what to do or how to do it.
Yeah.
And I get it. Siege is a very like tactical game.
Sure.
Because there's like no respawns and stuff, and you need to learn those levels. But it's like, how am I supposed to learn? Especially if you're just going to kick me out of every match.
I'm wondering if the reason they were kicking you is a lot of times people will be like, if you're playing with randos, who has a mic? And then if somebody doesn't have a mic, they're just like, okay, well, I guess we're typing then. So, like, if you weren't part of, like, their voice chat or whatever for the group, maybe they're like, fucking kick him. We're not going to deal with somebody who won't talk.
Luckily, my friend and I, we never actually got kicked because it needs to be unanimous. And one of us was always in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would just get, like, a lot of votes sent our way, and it's like, well, whatever, I'm going to keep playing.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the game mechanically. What do you think of it besides all that?
It's cool. The characters I liked was on the offense. It's the guy who has a shield that can also flash.
Blitz.
Stun.
Yep.
Blitz, is it?
Yep.
Okay. I liked him. He's cool. I liked kind of going in first, flashing them, and then missing a lot of my shots because it was under high stress.
Totally. Yep.
And then on defense, I liked the guy who could put traps on like the doors and the windows.
Capkin. The laser traps. He's one of the Russian operators. He has good guns too. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I liked those two. It seems like a cool game. It's definitely like I said, there's a lot you need to learn because it's one kill, you're done.
Yeah.
And it's so team based, and so you can shoot through walls and stuff. So I bet the good players are probably like, I know exactly where we need to break the walls open and stuff. So because I was like, I don't know where to put up a reinforced wall. I guess I'll just do it here. This seems like a spot.
Yeah. It gets to the point where it's not even that anymore. It's like, I know they think I'll be here, so I'm going to subvert their expectation by being here and shooting through this hole. It's like, it gets to that point where it's like, usually, like, the meta is for people to breach here. So if I go into this room, make a little pinhole, I might be able to shoot somebody when they think I'm breaching. Like, it gets in this weird, like, chess game of, well, we don't know that they know we know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see that. Which, that's weird. It seems like that would make it, like, less fun.
It's more engaging, though. Because it changes how those maps are played is really the thing.
I guess. But I just like the element of, like, they could come in any one of these doors. Like, we need to make sure we got everything covered and stuff like that. And oh crap, they came in through the window behind us. That would happen a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely died a lot because people were coming in through the windows.
It depends on the maps too that you're playing. Some are better than others for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. It seems cool. I'm not sure how much more I'm gonna play of it, but
yeah.
yep,
That's
seems
kind of
cool.
too bad that you're not playing on PC because like we could definitely roll and I could teach you that game.
Right. Right. Well, my PC will never be that good.
Mm.
It's too bad you're not playing on Xbox.
I don't have an Xbox, straight up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, last game I played, probably like the big one for this week. No Man's Sky came out.
Oh, you know what? I actually played this too, but I didn't do the new thing with it. I didn't do the co-op yet.
What? Why not? That's the whole deal.
I don't have somebody to play with. Everybody's
okay,
like, "Oh,
okay.
fuck No Man's Sky, fuck that game." It's like, dude, that was 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I loaded it up. I did co-op with my buddy.
yeah,
We just started a new game. I didn't
yeah.
even go back to my old save. Turns out I played less than 6 hours of that game
Oh wow.
2 years
Okay.
ago.
Yeah,
Because honestly, it wasn't my kind of game. It was
yeah,
I'm not into a lot of games where you need to kind of make your own fun, where
yeah.
it's super open ended. It's why I kind of am not super into Sea of Thieves. I'm not super into State of Decay.
Sure.
Um, this one, it definitely starts off like there are like a quest line you should be following, and a lot of it is just tutorial based. I've only put about 3 hours or so into it. Um, but up until that whole point, there's been, hey, you need to go here, and you need to go here, you need to go
Yeah.
here, and I'm just kind of enjoying that aspect of it. It looks way better,
Yep.
which is cool.
It's better optimized too. It runs better
Does
for
it?
me. For me, yeah.
That's interesting because it's crashed for me several times, and I don't remember any crashes the last time.
Really? That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've had a
Huh.
few crashes. My friend and I got into this one spot where if we mined this specific copper, sooner or later, one of us would crash. It happened 3 times in a
Weird.
row. Yeah.
Then again, like I said, I haven't tried the co-op yet, so I
Yeah.
can't.
So like I said, I've only been playing co-op,
Yeah.
which is cool. You can kind of always see where your buddy is. So you can like fly over to them.
Yeah.
You can pass stuff to each other. For the most part, like there's nothing really requiring co-op, but it's just kind of
Right.
nice having like someone else there. And it's like, hey, what are you on now? Oh, I'm building a wall. What are you doing? I'm trying to find 250 copper.
Yeah.
Oh, I found some copper over here. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It's kind of what that game needed to keep people engaged. The actual big thing that they needed, they added the last big patch, I think, or 2 patches ago, which is the base building, but more importantly, the quests and like finding NPCs to live in the base you build to give you quests or like a reason to explore that universe.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I know I saw word of like a job board up on the space station, but I couldn't find it. I also didn't look like everywhere on the space station.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I like the idea that there are like a quest board,
Yeah.
which that's what I would want to be doing.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah,
Found
so
a pretty cool planet. It was like super ocean filled, and then it had small little islands that were full of red grass.
okay.
So I went into the photo mode, which was fun, and I tweeted a screenshot of my. And your dude can just kind of sit down, which seems to be the best because your guy's like always just like chilling. Is one of the emotes you can do.
Yeah.
It's what I've seen people tweeting the most, or people like sitting down on these cool planets. I want to find a snow planet. I think that would be cool.
That's all I ever go on. I can't find any
Oh,
planets but ice and snow, and it's
I've
pissing me
never
off.
found a snow planet before.
You've been to a hot planet yet?
I'm currently on a hot planet. Yeah.
Those can be kind of rough, where it's like, you're dying because it's so hot. It's like, oh, I guess I'll go in
Well,
the
I mean,
shade.
there's plenty of planets that are like, this just has hazardous air. So it's basically the same as that.
Yeah, like the poison gas planets for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that cool planet I found, I fell down a random hole and there was just toxic plants in this cave and I was dying real fast.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's still No Man's Sky, and I'm kind of getting some new appreciation and some new legs out of it. I don't know how far those legs will last, because in the end, it's not like a narrative focused game, and that's kind of what draws me a lot of the time. But we'll see. I'm enjoying it, and the co-op is definitely helping quite a bit.
Sure. Yeah. It's a game now.
One more thing I played that I want to bring up.
Yeah.
I played some Mario Tennis.
Okay.
I played some of the tournament because I wanted to unlock Koopa Troopa, because you have to play in January to get Koopa Troopa in a tournament.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I just played one match because multiplayer is not my huge thing. But I played against this one guy, and it was like it was such a good match. Like we were going back and forth of who was winning. It was real tight, real close. Like it was such a good game of tennis that when I was done, I literally looked for like, how do you see your recent players? Because I wanted to send him a message and just be like, yo, that was awesome. That was so much fun.
Mhm.
But you cannot message people on the Switch. And I understand
Yeah.
it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
So I understand like because 9 times out of 10, that message someone's going to send is going to be negative.
Totally. Yeah.
But that one time, which I was in, was just kind of a bummer that I couldn't just be like, dude, that was awesome. And I
Yeah.
just couldn't do that. And that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
So anyway, yep, that's all I've been playing. Let's do some news.
Yeah. All right.
I also didn't check Discord. Was there any news there?
Yeah, do you want me to quit? It doesn't have to do with games really, but Movie Pass is like dead.
Oh, I did see that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Pass. They want to know what I thought. Yeah, I guess it's not dead. It just for like there was a weird outage
Yeah.
yesterday or something because they ran out of money.
Yeah.
I don't know, which is odd because I went to a movie yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
used
there
it.
you
I did buy it kind of early in the afternoon, but still, I don't
It
know.
might have been like the last like $10 they had in there.
Yeah, maybe. We want to make sure Sean gets to see 8th grade. Well, no, because my girlfriend also bought her ticket, and it was around. That would have been around like 7:30ish.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal was.
We'll see.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like every like once a week I see a headline that's like, oh, because of this, Movie Pass is clearly about to die, and there's nothing I can do about it. I bought a year's worth of it. They started surge pricing in the last month, which is lame, but it doesn't apply if you have a year's membership, so I don't have to worry about surge pricing. I don't know. I like Movie Pass for what I have. I've definitely already gotten my money's worth out of it, so if it goes away, that sucks. But I also have Cinemia, and that's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, video game news.
Yeah.
I saw this pop up.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Okay, do you want to pronounce this?
Taigo no Tatsujin.
Okay. I'll pronounce the subtitle. Drum session marches.
Yeah.
Drum session.
People have seen this game. It's the happy looking Japanese drums with faces that if you've been to like a big arcade ever, they probably have a machine there with like the drums that people are like drumming on or whatever. That's that game.
And it is coming stateside. It's coming to PlayStation 4 November 2nd. I think it's coming to another platform, isn't it?
I could tell you in 2 seconds. I don't know if it'll say
to 2. I'm just looking on the PlayStation blog, so obviously they won't mention another platform. Fair
enough, yeah.
But I thought it was also coming to like Switch or something. Anyway, it's a rhythm game.
Yeah.
It has like the art style and the aesthetic of like a Rhythm Heaven, so it's pretty exciting. Do you think they're gonna translate the name or just leave it?
I kind of hope they just leave it, but they might.
I bet they'll just leave it. Otherwise, they probably would have translated the name already.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, don't people usually just refer to this as like Drum Master or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I actually don't have a huge attachment to this. I just know about it.
Okay.
John seems to have an attachment to it, so I wish he was here to talk about it. But
yeah, I think this game is fucking dope.
It looks great. For sure.
One of the best things in Japan was I heard the Attack on Titan theme being like blaring from a fucking arcade, and I was wondering what the hell was going on. So I went into it, and sure enough, there was 2 people just playing this game on a giant arcade thing with that like opening playing and them just like drumming away like crazy. And I was like, this is so fucking weird. It's such a weird thing. I'm excited to be able to play this though. It doesn't say anything about pricing or anything though here either, so probably just standard pricing, I would assume.
Oops, I was muted.
Yeah.
I wonder what the controls are going to be like. I'm assuming it's just going to be the controller. I doubt they're going to sell a drum controller because Rock Band can't even do that anymore.
Okay, here's the thing. If they don't sell the drum, I'm not excited for this at all. You need the drum.
I mean,
it doesn't say. I'm looking right now. No.
I don't think it's going to have the drum because like I said, Rock Band can't even get away with that anymore.
Do you know if you could just like import one?
I have no idea. Again, I bet John knows.
Yeah, probably.
Where are you, John?
Yeah, if there's no drum peripheral for this, then I don't care, actually. But it doesn't say anything about any of that stuff, so we will have to wait and see. I'm sure this will come back up in news when more information comes to light.
Right. There's new Nintendo Labo kits coming this September, specifically the vehicle kit,
Yeah,
which looks like a steering wheel with like a acceleration pedal, a foot pedal.
yeah.
Sure.
Is that it, though?
That's the only one I can see, really.
Yeah.
There's a few different things you can make in there. For example, like your Toy-Con key. I guess you can make a submarine as part of that too. Just different vehicles.
Yeah.
A plane. More like the joystick of a plane. I don't know. I felt like Labo kind of came and went, and no one's really talking about Labo, but maybe it's big with kids and they're just not tweeting.
This Toy-Con key is hilarious. Just like, it's just a key.
Yeah, you plug it into like the middle of the steering wheel, I guess.
Yeah, and then turn it, I guess, probably.
Or I guess you plug it into this pyramid for the plane, and that's the Joy-Con. Oh, that's the joystick, I should say.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's gonna be $70 American, September 14th.
Yep.
All right, some stuff happened with Onrush.
Okay.
I like Onrush. It's a cool driving game. It was hit with major layoffs, including the creative lead.
Oh no!
Because I guess nobody bought this game.
Yeah, it wasn't well. It's not that it wasn't well received. It wasn't like a lot of people don't know what this is.
Right. I was seeing some other people saying like it came out the week before E3, so a lot of like journalists didn't have a chance to kind of talk about it because they were talking about E3.
Yeah.
Anyway, the studio, like I said, major layoffs, and when you get the game director getting laid off too, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
They have stated that they're still going to continue with their like post-launch content updates. They say they have a big update coming in August, but they haven't said what that is, what it could be. I don't know. It turns out like nobody bought this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's really too bad.
Which is a bummer, because this game is good. I like this game quite a bit. I guess I bought it too late, and then I think part of what kind of did it is maybe because it was $60 a full price game. I didn't pay $60. I got it on sale. What does that tell you?
When I was told it was a full price game, I didn't consider it either. So.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense. There's not a lot of like tail to it. It's kind of just the one concept.
Yeah.
And then you're unlocking aesthetics, I guess.
And it's not on the system that I play mostly. It's not on PC. So
right, it's also not on PC, which is weird.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Though. That is quite a bummer because it's it's something new in the driving game space.
Yep.
And just could not hang.
Yeah.
We got the games with gold for August. Yeah, August. It's going to be Forza Horizon 2.
Yep. Okay.
And For Honor.
Yeah.
Which that's cool. I'll play some For Honor.
Totally.
As well as Dead Space 3 and Epic Mickey 2.
Perfect free games. Don't have to spend $1 on either of them. I like it.
Correct. Yeah. I haven't played much For Honor, but I'll probably check out more For Honor now that it's free.
For Honor's fine.
Okay, I actually don't know much about these. I just keep seeing them popping up in my Twitter feed.
Okay.
Arcade 1UP is putting out a whole bunch of like mini arcade cabinets that you can buy for $400. Have you seen these?
I haven't, no, but this is hilarious to me. Okay. So, oh, weird. Sorry.
There's 5 different ones.
Yeah, I'm going to look at more information about these because this is kind of interesting to me.
Although this GameStop page only shows me 4. Anyways, they have Street Fighter, Rampage, Centipede, and Asteroids. They're not your typical sized arcade cabinets, but they're not like a mini one like that like the Neo Geo one that they kind of were doing.
Right.
It's like just a smaller version, like a sit down arcade cabinet. I guess Japan has a lot that are these size. I thought I heard someone mention.
I think the big thing here is that because they don't use a heavy CRT monitor and like all the weird old technology in them, they can afford to make them smaller, obviously, because they don't need these giant housings for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's probably just like a MAME cabinet, right?
They look about the size of a pachinko machine for anybody like who's seen one of those in the wild. So it's not exactly.
I'm looking at their actual website, which is just arcade one up and then like the number one up.com.
Yeah.
It's 3/4 scale arcade cabinet, which looks to be just under 46 inches high.
Right.
And it has cabinet art, which is cool. It's definitely something you would sit down on, or I guess maybe stand if you're a kid.
Yeah.
What's the fifth game that GameStop doesn't have?
The fifth game.
Final Fight? I think it's Final Fight. Because yeah, Street Fighter's over here, and it looks like each cabinet has multiple games.
They do have,
looking
yeah.
at the front, so like the Asteroids one. Oh, I can't even read all these. Lunar Landers on that one. Street Fighter has multiple. It has Street Fighter 2. Rampage has Joust, Gauntlet, Defender. Centipede has Crystal Castles. Oh, I can't read these. Some Missile Command. And Final Fight has. I can't read any of those.
Okay. So Asteroids, you said. Which one can you not read? The Centipede has Centipede, Missile Command, like you said. Crystal Castles, and Millipede.
I can't read the Final Fight one at all.
Final Fight. Oh, yeah. Ghosts and Goblins. Final Fight. 1944.
Oh, here we go. I can just zoom in. Strider.
And Strider, yeah.
1944, The Loop Master.
The Loop Master, yeah.
Anyways, these are, like I said, $400, although they keep popping up on like Walmart and GameStop.com for $300. I guess if you pre-order them, they're $300.
So there's two of these I want.
Oh yeah, what do you want?
I want the Street Fighter one. Okay. And I want the Rampage one for Gauntlet and Joust.
The Street Fighter one has the worst cabinet art out of all of them.
I mean, have you seen an old Street Fighter cabinet? It looks like that. It's pretty garbage.
They could have done something better. Like
no, you're right. They should have done something better.
It was one you wanted, right?
Yeah.
That one has some all right cabinet art. It's not
it's
amazing.
Fine. I want them for the games though, is the thing. But then like I'm also not going to spend that much money because these are like a 2-second download if I wanted to play that game.
This Asteroids one, it has cool cabinet art.
The Asteroids one? The Asteroids one is pretty good for sure. Also, it has Tempest, so that's like the big winner on that one for me. The
Centipede one also has good cabinet art. Those are my two favorite.
The Centipede one? I'm guessing the Centipede one. Does it have the actual Centipede from... Oh, it does.
Looks very good.
Yeah, it has the original Centipede thing on the side. That's so fucking cool.
Which, and to be honest, you're going to look at that cabinet art more than you are going to look at the game.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You want it to look good.
You do want it to look good. I mean, here's the thing. If I had a place that I knew I was settled in and, like, a little bit extra money... These aren't even that expensive, frankly. But, like, if I had a little more disposable money, I'd probably get one of these at least. Probably.
One. I would probably get one, and then I would try and mod it so I can put a bunch more stuff on it. Because, like I said, it's probably just a MAME cabinet.
Totally. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. All right, here's another weird thing. Nintendo's online service went on sale this week, so you can pre-order the online service.
Oh.
Which I don't know why anyone would do.
That is weird, yeah.
Like, you can do it on Amazon. A year is $20. 3 months is $8. Again, this doesn't even come into play until September. This is a digital online service. Why would you pre-order this now?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what why you would do this. Like, do they say a reason here?
No. So I can give you a rundown of what you get. They put out a little infographic.
Sure.
So this is what you're gonna need the online service for. online gameplay, which it becomes a paid service in September. To use that Nintendo Switch app on your phone, you're gonna need this. So like, yeah. And a pop-up just popped up. Okay, getting those NES, Nintendo Switch Online versions, whatever those are gonna be.
Yeah.
This is probably actually the best one. Is that cloud backups, and then special offers, which who knows what that is.
Okay,
so that's what you're gonna need this for.
So the thing that you could potentially do with this now, basically, is that because this is through Amazon, you can get the 5% back with your Prime credit card. And it won't just auto-renew like it probably will with Nintendo. Which is something I would want it to do. So I don't know. I don't know why you would go this way, but it's information.
You gotta pre-order it now so that they don't run out of online service.
Yeah,
you gotta get in there early. You got to make sure you get to GameStop, get that pre-order there, get a magazine too, I guess. Get a subscription to Game Informer.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to do that, you can do that. I think if you do that, you are high.
Kinda, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one's super weird. Okay, so if you buy No Man's Sky on Good Old Games, it won't get multiplayer until later this year.
Right.
Because of this, Good Old Games has extended their refund policy for this game. This is bananas to me.
It's because it's DRM free, so it's not hooked into anything.
That's just so weird. Like, there's 2 different versions of this game out there now.
Yeah. So for people that like only go DRM free, then you have to wait a little bit longer. And
do they get any of the new stuff, or is it just old No Man's Sky?
I think it's just this, because it's the multiplayer thing. They still push like updates to it though.
Well, because this latest update had more than just multiplayer. Like, it made things look better, you know, quest system, stuff like that, the infinite base building. Does it get that stuff, or is it just the multiplayer?
This didn't have base building. Base building came like a year ago.
But didn't they upgrade the base building in this update
too?
Oh,
probably.
That's
probably
what I'm saying. So I'm wondering how much of the latest update does this have, or does this just not have the latest update?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm trying to quickly read.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, this is just basically a thing of Steam has a whole network infrastructure for multiplayer stuff. Obviously, No Man's Sky built around that, and they will have to build their own thing for DRM-free versions. It's just one of those things that they served the masses first, and they're probably still working on the one for the GOG people, and then GOG being who they are, they're like, we understand if you just want to like refund this and get the version on Steam, it's fine.
Right. Yeah, no, it's good of Good Old Games for sure. Yeah. It's just weird that this is even a thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard about this before. Hellblade is getting an update. In fact, it's getting a VR edition.
I didn't know this at all.
And Oculus Rift. It's not first person.
Oh, weird. Really?
Well, Hellblade is not first person.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The thing that game does is, like, you should be in that situation with things talking through your head.
Right, but I mean, the combat, a lot of it is like crowd control kind of stuff, knowing when someone's behind you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there's a video up on YouTube where you can kind of watch the design choices they made, and how you're going to be able to like move the camera with the headset, obviously, and stuff like that.
So it's just the same game, though.
It's the same game, but VR. Yeah. I haven't watched this whole video.
Right.
I'm hoping they do some cool stuff, because that game is trippy.
Yeah.
From like an audio visual standpoint, and I hope they do something interesting with that. And I would have to assume they would. They seem like smart developers in the first place when they made that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the thing that's coming. Kind of fun. In more exciting news, Picross S2 is coming out next week, August 2nd.
I know, right? Oh my god. So the Switch is having a surge of stuff. I'm just like super stoked to be coming on it, because I've been waiting for Iconoclast to come out on it, and that's coming out on the 2nd.
As well as August 2nd?
And Sultan Sanctuary, which I've been meaning to finish. I'm at the end game on PC for like the last year or two, is coming out, so I'm just gonna replay that because I forgot.
That's also
that game.
August 2nd.
Yeah.
Switch is getting a lot next month. It's pretty serious. Speaking of next month, Guacamelee 2 got a release date, August 21st.
Okay.
Which mean like, hey, when it comes to Metroidvanias, like August is where it's at as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because that's when Death's Gambit comes out too.
And Dead Cells.
And well, on Switch and Dead Cells. I was playing Dead Cells today. I forgot to talk about it. That game's still good. There you go.
Are you getting it on the Switch?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered it because you get the discount. It's the cheapest way I can get it.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered the digital version. That's the cheapest way you can get it.
Yeah. I do think it's a bummer though, because like I have a bunch of stuff unlocked on the PC version, so I'm gonna have to do that again.
That's why I specifically chose not to play that game, despite having access to it for so long, and despite it being like, I think it was down to like $13 at one point or something, maybe even less.
Jesus, that's cheap.
Anyway, Guacamelee 2, I cannot wait. The little bit I played back at GDC, this game looks super good. It's gonna have multiplayer. Yeah, August 21st.
Oh, I mean, I'll just ask you on the podcast. You're getting Overcooked, right? You?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we need to play that together. We'll do a stream of it.
On Xbox.
Oh, on Xbox? Okay, never mind. Then I'll find someone else.
Although we definitely should try and play that game together because that game is awesome. Or
it looks awesome.
Overcooked 2, I cannot wait for.
Yeah.
But that also comes out on like the 9th or something.
I know. It's
August is bringing it. Like we've had a little bit of a lull. August is bringing it.
October is the next one after too. I don't think there's anything in September I'm crazy for, but like August.
That new Labo kit.
Oh right.
Yeah, September 14th.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, this next game is coming out in September. We got a bit more information on the Switch version of Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Okay. It's going to be getting an open beta in August, and it comes out September 28th. And they have said it will have 2v2 and 1v2 matches and offline 6-player party mode match.
Sure.
Party match mode, which that's kind of a bummer because I really liked having 6 people all controlling one different fighter and then warping in. That was such a weird thing. Mm-hmm. So it's a bummer that that's only offline because I do not have 5 friends that will come over and play Dragon Ball Fighters with me.
Yeah.
I have maybe a friend who will come over and he watched the anime, so he might watch me play some of this.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you're waiting for that on the Switch, that's a good game.
Yeah.
So that's coming soon. Open beta next month.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this up with some questions.
Yeah.
topdownperspective@gmail.com is the email address to send questions in. You can also send questions by Twitter @TDP Podcast, the Facebook group, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box.
Yeah.
Paul, do you want to take this first one? It's long.
Yeah. So Chris wrote in and said, so I was watching John's stream Saturday and he was playing Shadow of the Damned and someone asked why the game wasn't banned on Twitch. John replied there wasn't any nudity in the game, but there was, albeit a heavy amount of gore. There's
boner jokes.
There's a lot of boner jokes. Holy shit. The innuendos is crazy. Yep. There's nothing wrong with this, but isn't it kind of weird how generally in video games nudity is seen more negative than massive violence? Obviously, most cases of nudity would be banned on places like Twitch because it's being used sexually as opposed to artistically, but it's just something I found kind of interesting. Why is nudity seen as more extreme in games than violence? So I'm going to one-up this and say that's not just video games. That's everything.
I was about to say the exact same thing. That's, movies, TV, that's absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Although that's true stateside.
That's
in Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like way
they don't care
with nudity and whatnot.
Yeah. And less cool about like actual violence.
Sure. Which honestly that should be the case.
Yeah.
Nudity and like sexual stuff is like literally the most natural thing.
Yeah. Sure.
Whereas killing people is not. Yeah, we're just so much better with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
It's just a weird double standard, and I'm assuming it's because children are being coddled.
Um, yeah, I don't know what the answer is, frankly. I've
Like
thought maybe
why specifically?
I thought maybe it had something to do with like the Catholic Church or something, or but like they have that over there too.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know,
they're
man.
less powerful over there. Because like America was kind of built on bloodshed, so maybe that's just why they're more okay with it in general, or they're just desensitized to it.
That's only because it's been like this for so long. Is we're more desensitized to the violence as opposed to
Right.
nudity, which is such a weird concept if you think about that.
Yeah.
Like that's not good to be able to say like, oh yeah, I can watch anyone get killed in any way, and it doesn't do anything to me. Like that's a sociopath.
It's sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
It's
but I
weird.
mean, yeah, I mean, at this point, it one of the reasons is just that's what we're used to. That's how it's always been.
Yeah.
Um, and it should be the other way around, but like, I don't know. Then you get into weird conversations about like breastfeeding in public, owning guns. Like, like it's
Yeah.
honestly, it's probably money. Probably some businessmen
Yeah.
are
Probably.
keeping it this way for money.
Probably.
And
That's always the answer.
because one of those things is clearly fine and the other one is not, but guess what people have problems with.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Eduardo writes, what game requires the most focus?
The most focus. Okay.
Yeah, just off the top of your head, what's the right answer here?
That requires the most focus. Um, Probably a puzzle game with a timer of some sort. That
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of like what games are puzzle games with a timer where it's like I gotta get this done or like I have to start over again. And I
How
don't mean
about
like strictly in the sense of like a crossword puzzle. I mean like puzzles in a game that you have to like figure out or you have to like start at the beginning or
what about like a puzzle game
you know
where
what
where you're doing a jigsaw puzzle?
the savior in chat has the right answer, Night Trap, because if you don't know the second and color, like you have to change the color of like your alert things or whatever, and you have to go to certain scenes at certain times to like activate traps, and it's like you have a second to do them. It's stupid. That game is
Okay,
bad. So that's
sure.
probably the right answer.
I'm gonna say my answer, the game that requires the most focus is Bop It.
Bop It requires some focus. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially that like super Bop It where there's like five things you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like twist it, pull it,
Yeah. Pull it, pass it,
pass it,
spin it.
spin it, yeah.
I don't remember the other one.
Overcooked is a
Um,
good answer when you get in those late
Over-
levels.
Overcooked gets savage.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's fixed in the second one. I'm
I don't
hoping you can just finish that game without needing to like bang your head against the wall.
Oh, I don't think it is. I don't think
I'm hoping so. Like that's the biggest problem I had with Overcooked.
Okay, fair.
All right. And second question from Eduardo: what is the best controller for PC?
Xbox 360 controller, wired.
What makes you say that?
It's the base game, or it's the base for a lot of Unity programs that developers just use.
Sure.
It's the
Well, why
default.
not like just the Xbox One controller then?
Well, at this point, yeah, but like, that's what, because a lot of indie devs usually still go for the old, like for the more default stuff from
Right.
back
I
then.
mean, you can use any controller on the computer pretty easily. Maybe not the
Mhm.
Switch one super easily, but like if your computer has Bluetooth, you can get the PS4 and the Xbox One controller to work with it just fine. I would probably prefer the Xbox One controller. I think that might be my favorite controller.
I use a PS3 controller because that's my favorite controller.
The PS3 controller? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh man.
because I use the D-pad. I won't play games that on PC that require analog sticks. I'd rather use keyboard and mouse for them. The games I
Okay.
play usually I use a D-pad for.
What about I don't know if you ever used on the Xbox Elite controller.
I haven't used one.
Okay. I understand that has a great D-pad. Also, I think that I don't have one on me. The Xbox One controller has a totally fine D-pad. Like they fixed it from the 360.
Oh, that's good. The 360 D-pad is terrible, but the thing I like most about the thing is that the answer for me is a Sony PlayStation controller in general, but I don't necessarily like how the 4 feels with the D-pad, so I like the 3 just as the default. And the reason I like that one is because the D-pad is where on an Xbox controller there's an analog stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just more comfortable using a D-pad
Oh,
to have my thumb there.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Sure. All right, and you get the next
I do.
all of this.
Rasterman wrote in and said, "Good day, fellows of the top-down perspective. I have a couple questions I'd like to ask you. 1. If you could change the first video game you've played, which would you choose, and how would it have affected your taste later on in life? Or later on, if at all, rather. Personally, I'd swap Crash Bandicoot with Galaga just because my mom used to play it on her Famicom, and since I'm not really into shmups, maybe my view about them would be different." This is an interesting question.
Yeah, this isn't it. I've never thought about this.
My first game was Mario 1.
My first game would have been Rayman or maybe Duke
Okay.
Nukem 3D.
Okay, 3D, sure.
It's definitely something on like this really old janky computer my dad brought home one time,
Sure.
and he just bought one of those like 100 arcade games. And I remember Rayman was on there, a bunch of Flash garbage. I'm just gonna say Rayman.
Yeah. So my first game was Mario. And if I could change it, I probably wouldn't. But if I had to change it, what the hell would I have played at that time?
I feel like the question of what you want to change it to is the question we got last week of like, what's a series you wish you had played? Because
Kind
even
of.
with his answer, he's saying Galaga because he wants to be he wants to think about shmups differently. He wants to have more experience with that.
Sure, I see. Okay. The question is if you could. I don't think I would. I like having Mario 1 as a base for my gaming knowledge.
Sure. I don't. I mean, if I could, like, what's the point? It's not like there's no way of knowing if I'm gonna be like better if I had played Mario 1 over Rayman. I think I would have liked to have been on like a NES.
Okay.
Because I didn't get a NES or a SNES like until way later. I think my
Sure.
first console was the N64 after playing with the computer for a while. I think I would have liked to have had the NES earlier. So I guess I could just say Mario 1 would have been nice. But I mean, I wouldn't change it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Look at me now. I'm on a video game podcast.
Yeah.
So I turned out just fine.
Um, and then you get into this weird thing of like, do you time travel here? Like, could my answer be instead of Mario 1, I wish the first game I ever played was Doom 2016 or something.
But back then,
Yeah, or something.
right. I feel like no, you can't do that.
Right, yeah, I agree with you. Okay. Question 2. Whatever happened to the Steam group? Does anyone still use it? Will it have any purpose in the future? Should we consider it dead? I ask because since I joined, I've seen no activity in it whatsoever. Or whatever. No, whatsoever, so maybe my timing is really bad. So the Steam group, I believe, was started and handled mainly by Nathan. I do have admin rights on it because I'm the only PC user out of the 3 of us, but I don't.
Admin rights on it.
Yeah, but like I'm the only one who actually uses Steam every day.
I don't use it every day, sure. Okay.
And you could probably consider it dead.
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
I don't. If there's a reason to use it, we could use it, but I haven't come across that. And
Yeah.
if it's like a chat thing you want, like Discord covers that, so it's pretty much dead.
That's what it is.
I guess it would be for like grouping up and playing games together, but
which is what the Discord is now.
Discord has that too, so yeah, it's pretty much dead.
Yeah. So in a world of Discord, Steam group does not mean anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm gonna use the Discord app over the Steam app on my phone any day of the week. I hate the Steam app.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. 3. How's the street? This might seem like a random question to ask, but I remember a podcast from 2014 when, as a joke, Sean proposed there should be a segment in which Nathan would talk about the weather without actually going out into the street, and thought it would be funny to make reference to it. I don't think I remember or know about this.
I don't remember this. I had completely forgotten about this. I don't even remember us doing this. This would have been funny since Nathan lived in a basement suite. He would have had to look at a tiny little window up at the top of his
You know
of the
what?
wall.
That's maybe what you meant. Like he would look out on the street. Like how's this?
I'm pretty sure that's what he would do. Is he would look out the window and then try and make a guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like half our intro topics are how's the weather at between the two areas these days anyway.
So I like to answer the question earnestly. The sky is darkened with clouds like it's going to rain, but there is sunlight coming from somewhere, so it's bright but dark right now.
Peculiar lighting.
Yeah.
Me, no clouds in the sky like usual.
Yeah.
Looks pretty sunny out.
Yeah, pretty hot. There you go. And number 4. Have you ever waited so long to ask a question that you forgot what you were going to ask? My answer is this question.
All right.
I've had this problem in embarrassing ways before where I thought of like so a while back I used to like actually try and schedule talks with like indie developers and stuff and do podcasts with them.
Sure.
I would think of a dope question that I wanted to ask them like at work or in the car or something and not write it down, and then I would forget all about it like instantly.
Do you remember one of those questions? Because that's technically what we have to answer.
No, that's the thing is that I forgot that what I was going to ask.
Forgot it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah. Because obviously we forgot it. So
Yep.
it's the most right answer. Anyway, I hope this message finds anyone who reads in good spirits. I've been watching your podcast since May of last year and very recently caught up. Greetings from Argentina. Man.
Cool, Argentina.
Very
cool.
God, I wish I knew.
Thanks for being a listener.
I wish I knew Portuguese. Like, when no veto something? I don't know.
Nice.
That's what I'll say.
Burn. Got him.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, how dare you say that to me?
Yeah, jeez. Oh, I'm not listening anymore.
Got him.
Yep.
All right.
All right, where can people send questions in next week, Paul?
topdownperspective@gmail.com, TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord group, John's P.O. Box, and the Facebook page as well, if you wish. We speak Spanish, by the way.
Is that what he said? Or they speak Spanish? Is that what someone... Oh, we speak Spanish, by the way. Nice. Don't you know Spanish?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's why I went like, that's why I faced.
Well, he wasn't talking about Argentina at all. He just wanted to randomly say, I wish I knew Portuguese.
Yeah.
This is a new topic.
Yeah, exactly. How dare you assume what I meant?
What's your game of the week?
Airheart.
I'm gonna give it to No Man's Sky.
All right.
A little bit of housekeeping. Today normally would have been when we would do the Sonic Adventure 2 podcast, but with John away, we're pushing that to next week. So look for that after next week's show.
Yeah.
And this morning, the poll for August's TDP Plus game finished, and Runner 3 won. So we will be playing through that and discussing that at the end of August. Thanks everyone who voted. If you want access to listen to that and to vote on the next podcast and to hear all of the old episodes, check out the Patreon. As low as $1 gets you access to everything.
Yeah.
And then that'll do it. We'll all be back next week, so we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.